All right, Pisces, what's going on with you guys? Let's see your situation. What is going on here for my Pisces? Guys, we're going to the last week into the first week of October. What's the situation for my beautiful Pisces? I know the eclipse season for you was mostly an eye-opener. All right, for you guys, it's been like, I can see clearly now the things that, and the people that, shouldn't be in my life or shouldn't have access to me. See, someone's going to come and vindicate you and validate you. You're an ex, a lover, a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, boss, friend, frenemy. They're going to come back and it's going to vindicate you and validate you. They're going to say, job well done, Pisces. And you're in your head, you're going to be like, I knew it. Or this person comes back to you because they probably couldn't live without you. I knew it. Or the frenemy says, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have yelled at you. I knew it. You're going to have these kind of energies. But the Four of Cups is what makes it interesting. See, although it's an ego boost, what's going to happen in the end of this whole story, right? To what avail is the ego bump? Sure, they came back to vindicate you and validate you, but you have unrequited feelings now. Now it's like either it's a runner-chaser dynamic between you and somebody else, or for you, it's kind of like, no, not for me, no thank you, I'm not interested. And so you start to resist it. You start to hold it back. But the universe is definitely making these things apparent to you and the eclipse itself, so you could kind of move forward with your well-being and your thoughts intact, and for you to just let the universe take out the trash, basically. All right, what's coming in for my Pisces, please? What's coming in right after this eclipse, this last few days of September going into October, please? Right around the bend. That's a wrap, folks. This is you closing that chapter. This has come to an end for you. You're like, I'm going to keep my head down. I'm going to look at my cell phone. I'm not paying attention. I'm going to keep my head down at my computer. I'm going to do my job. I'm going to keep working at my relationship. I'm going to keep doing the thing I've been doing. And that's that. But you do eventually have to look up, Pisces, and see around you if these are the things that you want, right? Because you are accumulating all of this stuff. Because I see some ghosting happening behind there, or some sort of strategy. But we'll see when we start clarifying this. But that's a wrap, folks. You're wrapping this chapter up in your life. What is it that Pisces does not see coming their way? What is it that Pisces does not see coming their way, please? Guys, let me tell you something. The universe will also test you, all right? Because I do see something about a third-party situation, a third angle, a third individual, and it's toxic. So I don't know if this is a repeat pattern for you, Pisces, which means dating same people, accepting the same bullshit from others, taking the same shitty jobs, or saying negative things to yourself, or insecurities letting them take over of, your well-being in a circumstance. But this has everything to do with something about networking, socializing, and or reconciliation. I see an air sign at the bottom of the deck, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Eventually, someone's going to leave because they're not emotionally satisfied, and then kaboom, there goes down the house of napkins, the house of cards. I do see an Aries back there too, but this is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. They don't have to be an air sign, and this is Capricorn, and this is Sagittarius. However, these signs, these are like, elements in our birth charts lingering around, but this person, they don't really scream the I love yous. And I don't know if that's going to be all right for you. They do say they love you, but just in different kind of ways. Like they fluff your pillow just the way you like it so you don't wake up with a crooked neck. They make your coffee when you wake up in the morning. They know exactly how you like it. And so it's perfect. It's there. They do conveniences for you. That's their form of I love you. It's just an example. But you get my gist. Now, let me see what the advice is here. Whatever this is toxic. And has everything to do with a third-party situation, potentially a reconciliation. And I'm very clear on it. I don't think I could read it any other way. feel free, other readers who like to reread my readings. But we'll see when we clarify some more. Six of Pentacles, Six of Cups. You're getting over those difficulties. Now is the time. Although you're in a period of transition and change, Pisces, there is somebody magical right there waiting for you, exactly like you. A water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Somebody that has desire and wish fulfillment for you. This is a person that's emotionally mature, emotionally available, Pisces. They know how to have those delicate conversations with you that hit home, right? That are meant to resonate with you. See, in your advice, when you have two sixes, this is after the fives. The Six of Pentacles talks about somebody needs your attention. They're begging for your attention. If you're breadcrumbing them, they're saying, please, I want more from you. Now flip it. If you're the one getting the breadcrumbs and you need more, it's time you asked. This is maybe somebody from your recent past that you have fond memories. Maybe it's time to close that chapter. Time to close the chapter on the breadcrumbs. Because there's somebody very magical trying to come in. Oops. All right, let's see what the outcome of your week is shaping up to look like. Post this eclipse, please, for Pisces. Okay. See what you're going to be doing, and I do see a third party dynamic, scenario, situation, angle, person, all of the above. Look, there's definitely somebody here interested in you, and you know it, and this will help you, make you feel like you're coming in from out of the cold if you felt like you were in the doghouse. With that said, your week is ending in a place where, yes, it is slightly a mental jungle. Yes, you do have to make a sacrifice of some kind. And I do see you resisting the bullshit, the person, the situation, or giving an answer. Because over here, you're trying to decide where to cut your losses, the sacrifice you need to make in order to progress and move forward with the relationship that you do want and who you want it with. Okay, let me see what the Four of Cups and the Six of Wands is. Guys, yes, this is a coworker. This is a family member. This is a friend. This is a person. This is a situation. All of that should resonate with you in whatever your relationship dynamics are. All right, even if it's with your children. All right, what is the Six of Wands and the Four of Cups? The Ace of Wands and this is a passion, a new beginning, but you're positive and hopeful. But I see it's unrequited, and I think maybe because your space isn't open to it quite yet, or you've been turned off by a situation. You're like, I am bored of this. I am ready for the next level. So maybe you initiated a passionate new beginning somewhere else. This chapter is a wrap for you. Welcome in the eclipse. What is the world? Please clarify the world for Pisces. All right, the Eight of Wands and the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is somebody that's very earthy, very grounded, very stable. Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus energy. So here you are, again with your Five of Swords, which you have also in your outcome. As you close this chapter, you're trying to make that decision, to make that sacrifice, Pisces. So this is the person on your mind. You're taking action, right? You're going back and forth with this individual, but enter in the third party or the third dynamic. What is the Three of Cups and the Devil? Please clarify for Pisces. That's also Capricorn energy. Did I say that already? And Saggy energy. And Leo over there. And Cancer over here with the Chariot. See, your mind is focused on an agenda, Pisces, and you're going directly to that. you're just on this mission, right? You, no matter what, above all else, want stability. You want to nurture, you want to love, and you want to be loved. But you do want the stability in the scenario. And you will stop at no cost to have this thing. That's why I'm saying look up. Eight of Pentacles. You're building all of this stuff, but okay, is this what you want anymore? This person, this place, this situation? Or is there something else you want to do or be with? Right? Because you're so focused and driven on this that I don't think you're taking a breath to see what's going on. And, somebody here is trying to have a reconciliation with you. That could be toxic for you. Or, maybe it's something that you do within yourself. And, the universe right now is testing all of us, especially the mutable signs and the fixed signs. They're like, we're going to give you the new stuff. We're going to let you evolve and grow, Pisces. But are you going to repeat doing, all your old behaviors and tricks and thought process with the new thing? Because it's not going to be like that. All right. And I think that is the biggest, hardest lesson that, the mutable and the fixed signs are going to have to deal with during the eclipse. Especially when I'm looking at whatever this Six of Pentacles is and the Six of Cups is in your advice. Please clarify that. Ten of Pentacles. Ooh, that's total marriage and commitment. All right, this is in regards to somebody from your recent past where you felt breadcrumbs. You felt peanuts. Either they were breadcrumbing you, and now it's time for you to close that chapter, this marriage and commitment, because someone's trying to come in, because it looks like you're not emotionally happy. This can also be a job that pays you well, that, there was a commitment there, your career, your devotion to a certain project or membership. I don't know. Maybe you're walking away because it's not emotionally satisfying you. You're getting breadcrumbs and peanuts. All right, let me see what the Five of Swords and Strength is. Justice is here. So I don't know if this is quite literally justice as in court, whether it's child support, divorce, marriage, whatever. The decision there is fair, balanced, and honest for all parties involved. That's also karma correction. Back in the day, scales measured value. So you do good, you get good. You do bad, and then the Nine of Wands. You're shutting down, you're closing off, you're resisting, you're blocking, you're holding back, so you can make a very difficult decision for you where you're struggling to make that sacrifice. You're like, either I cut out my past or this life that I built and have for a new one, or I fix this life I built and I have. Can I live with it? Can I live with the breadcrumbs? Can I live with the peanuts? Can I live with the yelling and the screaming? Can I live with just struggling so fucking hard to make it happen? Or do I put myself out there scary and do the new thing? These are the sacrifices that it's requesting of you, and you are there now. But moreover, the most important thing is you need it because your inner peace is incredibly expensive. So you're trying to temper yourself. You're trying to be patient and find your inner peace and balance. But I think you're still moving towards that just specific goal because you're not looking up, Pisces. That's why I hope you're not getting angry at me. I want you to think of this as like me, your older sister or friend at the end of your couch saying, you got to look up because the devil's right there. The devil's right there. So it's an interesting week, but I feel like you're also protected, so there's that. Those of you who are becoming members, the description to memberships in a video in the description box. I didn't want to interrupt to do this message. Those of you who want to do the extended reading, it's about love and your person, what they're going to do, what they're thinking, how they feel about you, blah, blah, blah. That is down below. Also, that's part of the membership package, and it's also part of the extended reading. So we layer tarot over this. What's going on here for Pisces? So we'll know what their actions are, their intentions towards you, how they feel about you, in case you're trying to make a tough decision. Religious factors. Somebody here is caught up in their path, their religious path, their cultural path, their something is The fundamental difference is what's keeping you two apart at the moment. All right? So maybe someone's into voodoo. I don't know. Someone's into like crazy witchcraft shit. Others of you, it could just be that, your person is just, I don't know. There's a fundamental difference, and this is the reason why it's holding you guys at bay. Or maybe keeping you together. But is that enough, right? We'll see in the extended. Pisces, please. You have 2. I don't like to take 2, but in this case we will, because it's not 3. If you have patience for me, we will read them both and extrapolate the significant messages that are meant for you from both the cards. You are good enough, and the answers you need are coming. I swear I love this. Let's go. Full moon in Virgo, which is literally right now. Full moon in Virgo. Let's go there first. 78. You are good enough. It's true. It's time to be really honest with yourself and understand what's led you to ask your questions. Have you been humble to the point of being self-effacing? Humility is good, but it can go too far. And drawing this card suggests that you may be underrating yourself. Look up. You don't have to be flush or flash, just quietly certain that you are good enough. At the other end of the scale, you also need to honestly answer the questions. You've been too picky. Have you been too picky? The full moon in Virgo card needs some truthful answers. Once you've given them, it should be easier to see how you got where you are. Your next step should then be obvious to you. Pay attention to the details. Hard work brings results. And the answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. All right, let's see what's going on there. The card is a reminder that it's important to speak your truth, but remember that your words have consequences and impact your listener. Right now, you need to guard against indiscretion. The answers you may need will come to you, and they will come soon. The issue you are facing could well be one of few conversations away from being resolved. If you're inquiring about a love situation, a little flirting may be called for. If you're in the middle of an argument, this card comes to you as a reminder of the old, very non-Gemini message. Least said, soonest mended. It's good to talk, but be careful you aren't causing yourself any issues with your words. Words have enormous power. As a metaphysician, Florence Scovel Shinn put it, your word is your wand. You create magic and your own reality every time you express yourself. How fascinating. All right, guys, that's what I have for you. Members, I'll see you over there. Extended, I'll see you there too. Everyone else, I'll see you next week.